Recorded live at the FingerLakes1.com studios in downtown Seneca Falls, New York. And now your host, Chris Marquardt.
Good afternoon and welcome to the first ever podcast coming to you from the North Park building in Academy Square. This is pretty cool. This is a brand new studio. I can get you guys a look at what we're working with now. It's still a little messy, but nonetheless, it is a pretty sweet new studio. You see Ben over there in the background. This is a giant room. Excited to be bringing you episode number 179. Going to be talking a little bit about FTR. We got Dan Bolton on the phone. We're going to be talking with Brad Bowman a little bit later on about Mania coming up. This is going to be a busy show. It's going to be a quick one. We're going to be firing through a lot of topics. I know, Ben, you're chomping at the bit to get on that plane and get your way out to Utah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Been looking forward to it for a long time, and can't wait to get my hands dirty this time.
You're going to be working in an inspector's capacity out there, and you're bringing any of the tools from home?
Probably not, because they've pretty much got everything out there. So I don't need TSA giving me any more, problems going through there. So I think they'd kind of look funny at me taking a bore scope and a drill and a bunch of drill bits and everything else. So, they had a hard time with Josh and I when we went out and with our helmets and all our gear out there. They had a tag in the bag checking through everything. So
I'm familiar with it. It's not a big deal at all.
We were going to wear the helmets on the plane.
I don't think that's that. You might want to rethink that. That one you might want to rethink. But Dan Bolton joining us online. Dano, how are you?
Going good, guys. How are you?
We're all right. We're all right now. Again, we're looking forward to getting out there. Dan ran this weekend at FTR. FTR had 50-some cars despite the inclement weather. And then Dan's going to be getting on a plane here and flying out to go hang out with Paul Cox for a little bit before they get the chance to run as a Team Easy Does It at Mania. You excited or what?
Yeah, I am. I'm just coming off the FTR show. I got some serious damage here. I'm assessing the damage, actually. I got to shift gears and get ready to fly out there Thursday morning with Gully. And I think Paul's putting the finishing touches on the trucks as far as paint tonight. So, yeah, we're stoked, man.
How'd FTR go as a whole?
Not well, buddy. Not well. It was motor ran great. First run on a rebuilt motor. Putting in a lot of late nights, and I made a big mistake. I forgot to put the pinion nut on the pinion shaft. How I missed it. Yeah, I know, Ben, you'd get a laugh out of that. So the old drive shaft come off. I don't know how it stayed on as long as it did, but when it came off with a serious force, and it pretty much took my transmission right with it. Half of it, cut it right half, the tail right off.
Yep.
Ugh.
Well, I'll just be glad.
9 yards.
And just be glad it stayed under. You know what I mean? It stayed underneath the truck.
Yeah, and last weekend I had the rear was loose, 14-bolt rear. It was loose last year, so I said, you know what, I got to address that situation. So I pressed the bearings off. Bearings looked good, so I pressed them back on, and everything. I got everything all tightened back up. It was last Sunday night, and then I said, come tomorrow or Monday there after work, I'll come back in and I'll put that pinion nut on, and I'll put the drive shaft on. Well, it totally slipped my mind. I forgot to put the pinion nut on. I put the drive shaft on, and away I went. And, man, costly error.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not sure. I got located another tranny. That was my good transmission, my only one really. So, I might need to bring in some reserves to help me finish these trucks, man.
You want to go down and help Dan build some trucks?
Hey, I'm burning the midnight oil myself. So I mean, it's crazy. I mean, stuff's coming up, but yeah, I mean, if I got spare time, I'll be more than happy to.
The FTR show.
A couple bad side shots up there too, and the body on my truck is getting to the point where got about a pretty good sized hole in the passenger door, probably 2 feet long by 1 feet high, 1 foot tall. You can look right inside and touch the battery. So
you just skin it.
Yeah, it took a pretty good pounding.
Just skin it.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. But you know me. I got another body. If I could find the manpower, I'd pull this body off quick and put it right on this frame.
Skinning it and be tougher. 1/4 inch.
But I tell you what, man, I can't bet. I'm telling you, Ben, I ain't never seen a frame like this. I'm telling you, man, this thing is hard.
Them hydroform frames.
I got to put another second bumper on the back, the rear bumper. That's the second one that's shot now, so it's time to put a third bumper on the back. Frame rails are still straight.
Nice.
Mike Ingram came away with the win in the limited well division up there at FTR, and winning the trucks, the class that Dano drove in. That was Neil Pominville winning there. Jared Skillings from Massachusetts made the drive in. He won the compact division. Mike Snyder winning the economy V8 class. There was 8 or 10 guys from the Vermont, Massachusetts loop that came down for FTR, which was cool, and Mike Snyder winning that economy V8. And the weather didn't do him any favors, man. None. No favors. There are 2 other derbies that are scheduled here locally. One of them was rained out Sunday. That was the event at Utica Rome. John King's Crash from Smashing Derbies was going to have a compact derby as part of the Utica Rome racing program. That one got rained out, and no definite date yet on what they're going to do with it. They're going to try and explore what their options might be in terms of getting that a makeup date. And then coming up this coming Saturday at Canandaigua Speedway, Canandaigua Motorsports Park, they've got an adult compact derby over there. So the racetrack's starting to get in on the action a little bit more. You know, we saw for 4 or 5 years now that John King had that show at Fulton, and I guess they picked up one at Brewerton as well, if memory serves correct, and then Utica Rome and Canandaigua's had a couple. So the tracks are embracing it a little bit more. They're not saying that they're running them weekly, but a little bit more.
They're bringing it back in. I mean, years ago that used to be part of our big circuit. We'd go hit Utica Rome, we'd hit Brewerton, Fulton, Canandaigua, Weedsport. I mean, that used to be Dirt used to have derbies at every one of the racetracks.
Dirt used to run the State Fair Derby.
Yep. Yeah, you could build the snot out of your cars, but you had to run tubeless tires. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was pretty bad. It was pretty awesome up there. I mean, it was badass going up there because it looked like, you know, the nastiest built cars out there. I mean, you could wall them up, but at the time, I mean, they were nastiest built, but then everybody's driving around on 4 rims by that time, and then the derby was done.
Have you talked at all with Paul about strategizing for the weekend? Have you been watching videos and researching what you're getting yourself into?
Oh yeah, man. There's a couple real nasty rides coming, and I got the lowdown on them. So, no, we're gonna have a good time, man. We're pumped, man. I'm telling you, man, his truck that he built, man, that's one nice piece. Probably the nicest truck I've ever seen built, and they're both, you know, 100% ready to roll. So it's gonna be a good time. I know it's like about a 4.5 to 5 hour haul from his house up there, so we'll probably be leaving real early Saturday morning.
When you flying out, Dan, I'll go out there.
I'm meeting Gully down at his house Wednesday night, and we're flying out 6:30 in the morning Thursday.
Right.
That'll put us out to Vegas, and then we got a rental car in Vegas, and we're driving out to their place. So I think we'll be at their place by noon.
Right.
So on Thursday, we just figured we'd get there a little early in case Paul needed some help with some stuff, but he's told me that everything's good, so we'll hang out there Friday and get up Saturday and drive to Ogden.
And Paul's coming out here for a show as well, right?
Yep, he's still slated to come out here June 17th, as long as I get these trucks ready.
Have you called Josh to get a transmission yet?
Yeah, he's got one over there for me. He said free of charge. He said I could have it under one circumstance: I don't ever hit him on the track again.
Josh and Brian couldn't make it tonight to break in the new studio.
I told him, I was like, "Yep, I'll never hit you, Josh. Don't worry about it, old buddy." My famous line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much code that when you see him, you're going to T-bone him, right?
That's going to be a wild truck heat down to Morris. I'll tell you that right now. I've been getting a bunch of pictures from different guys, man. That's going to be nasty.
Yep.
And those truck rules are the same front to back for the entirety of the Spinning Wheels production schedule. Here's a look at it so that you know what we're talking about. Spinning Wheels Productions, they started it off this weekend, May the 6th, with that spring showdown. We gave you the winners a minute ago. And the truck rules that they had applied there's the same for Spring Fling, June 17th at the Otsego County Fairgrounds. Limited welds are paying $1,200 to win. Economy V8s are there, Economy Compacts and the trucks. The Otsego County Fair is next in line on the 3rd and 5th of August, Otsego County Fairgrounds in Morris. And then August 4th is the Wayne County Fair in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. GDS in Newfoundland, Pennsylvania is the 25th of August, and San Filippo Smash at the Otsego County Fairgrounds is the 30th of September. All of those events with the same rules for the trucks, which I know that gets everybody excited when you see those opportunities sitting out there to run the truck that many times. And Dan, you got 6 or 7 runs on that truck now, and the frame you said it was still straight, but the body's all torn to pieces.
Yeah, that was number 7. Gully's got this new rule, man. It's pretty awesome. You don't have to worry about bumper shocks anymore, man, which is nice because they're kind of getting hard to find and they're nasty anyways. He's got this new plate rule. You can 15 inches from the bumper back, both sides of the frame you can weld on to keep your bumper on, and that's huge, man. It's a sweet rule. Nothing's going to bend there at all.
Thoughts, Ben?
He had to go to 15 inches. Had to. Because I got the 12-inch rule up here.
Right.
But
Yeah.
He just wanted that extra little bit, huh?
yeah.
Does that 3 inches make a difference?
Oh, yeah.
Because now you're getting further and further back, so that if you take the front of those rails off a little ways, now you can get back almost into the control arms, right?
You figure 15 inches, and then everybody's going to stretch at 16.
Because it's all going to be 1 inch weld, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
They measure out up there. He measured mine. He's like, wow, that's pretty impressive. You kept it right to the 15-inch mark. I was like, yeah, I always build them to the rules. What are you guys worried about? But I guess there might be something in the rules, too, about a no torch rule, if I'm not mistaken. Like, you get loaded. Like, if you're over...
Yeah, the bumper.
Again, but I think there's something there, right, Ben? Did you look at him? Is there like a no torch rule or something too?
It's but I think it was in like the economy class. He's got it in the lighter build class to where you don't want. He's not messing around. I mean, if you're not built right to that bumper rule on that lighter build class, then you're toast. It's a no second chances.
Zero tolerance, basically.
Right, and that's he's just doing that because that's what that class build is designed for guys that don't want to spend all the time or don't have the extra money or don't have the all the equipment to do that, and he's just trying to level the playing field a little bit. I mean, Jeremy's we talked about before. I mean, he's been a driver forever, and now he's stepping in the promotion side, and that's he understands both sides of the fence. He's been on both sides of the fence, so he's gonna make it. His shows are gonna be great. I really do think so.
Dan, you gonna drive out to watch Bash for Cash this year?
Me, Chris?
Yeah, you.
No, I'm not going out there. Dude, I got barely enough time to get these trucks done, man. I don't know, man. It's every night after work, every weekend, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, and I shouldn't have probably ran that FTR show, but I wanted to run my new motor and try it out, so.
Worked out great.
I paid the ultimate price because I was going to put this motor and tranny in Paul's truck. Well, now I got a blown-up tranny, so now I got to take the cradle off. It just multiplied everything.
Is that transmission fixable? Or
No.
It took the it's not like you had an aftermarket tail shaft on it, huh?
No,
Broke
who
it
can
right
tell
off.
you?
Jeez.
It's dumb.
Bummer. But
Like in my cradle, so now in order to change that, the tranny, I got to take my whole cradle off to put the new tranny on, which it's not a hard job. It's just another step that takes you, Ben, takes you another hour or two.
Yep. Oh yeah. Guarantee.
what do you burn?
Guarantee you won't forget to tighten the pinion nut again.
I couldn't believe that. I was dumbfounded. I'm like, how the heck did I forget to do that? That's like forgetting to tighten the lugs on the tire.
Oh yeah, it's the little things. I mean, that's people make fun of people that are real meticulous and make a list, but that's what sometimes it's just them little things. It just
A couple of the rides that you were talking about, Ben, before we got started here tonight was the Twitchell truck, who's teamed up with Tripler teamed up with Bronson Twitchell.
yeah. Them guys are gonna have some nasty rides, I'm sure.
I'll tell you who's going to have the nastiest one there. That's Derek Shelley. That thing's going to be nasty.
Yeah, he's double dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to try and get 2 concussions in one night.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, man. I'm glad we got good motors and we got good gear because, that comes into play on them big tracks. You get away from people. You know what I mean? If you can outrun them, they can't catch you.
Well, when they do, it's really gonna hurt.
That's a theory.
I'm already heard of some Saturday show, man. Wow, I took back bar. I gotta start moving the back bar back a little behind the seat, man. They'll get you every time, Ben.
Oh yeah. Yep. We got to put a flat plate on the front of that bar so it doesn't. It's just not the dimension of the bar.
Are you planning on packing a neck roll?
Nope. I'm not taking anything. I'm really just bare bones, buddy.
Wow. You might want to rethink that.
Well, there's a Walmart down the street, right, or Dick's, so he could get, his catchers. You can get your catcher's pads for your shins and arm pads.
I couldn't find my elbow pads I bought elbow pads last year, man. That was a game changer, man. Don't smash your elbows off the bars nowhere. I couldn't find them Saturday, so I went up there. I'm telling you, I've derbied for a long time in some pretty nasty conditions, but I believe Saturday that those conditions were hands down the worst conditions I ever drove in ever. It was horrible up there, man. It was mud. The track was took it pretty well, but man, in the pits, people were getting stuck. It was just relentless downpours.
Yep.
But they didn't cancel. They had the show. You know what I mean? They could have easily just threw in the towel and walked away.
They have covered stands up there, right?
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Yeah,
so they do. Yep.
That definitely.
Well, they had lightning come through there. Lightning a couple times, right in the middle of the heat.
Could have had a tornado. They had tornado warnings all over the place.
Yeah. We had we were in Dunkirk and got caught in a microburst, which was that was not fun. That was havoc on the equipment. We had a pop up, so we were able to save a lot of the stuff. The second time, in 2016, that we were in Dunkirk and got caught in the rain. The first time we didn't have the pop up with us, so everything got soaked. We were trying to cover it up with trash bags and raincoats, and it didn't work at all. But yeah. The second time, getting caught in that microburst. And we got caught in, I don't know what you would call it, when we were out in Utah when the rain came through. Remember, there was two different times.
That was a sporadic rainstorm.
That was
sporadic rainstorm.
Not anything I want to experience in the desert again.
Yeah.
I can pass on that.
we got kicked out.
So we got that rental car, right? So we're going to drive that up to Ogden, and then after the Derby, we're staying right there. I don't know where you guys are staying, so we'll have to get together afterwards or something. Hang out.
If you're able to talk.
You guys are something, man. I'm not even the least bit nervous, man. I don't know.
You are, Dan.
When I get out on the track, but usually I'm the other way around. Usually, if I get nervous, it's beforehand. But
yeah, I don't think you'll be nervous, Dan, until you actually get there, get in the truck, and then pull out on the track. Because if you don't get nervous, you're lying. Because a guy never tells all his secrets, right? Exactly. But I'm here to tell you, if I pulled out on that track, I think I'd be a little nervous.
That rolling.
You can't show no weakness, man. You can't show no.
That isn't weakness. That's just honesty.
If it is, you just keep it right inside.
That's not weakness at all.
That's reality.
You could say you're nervous and then turn around and hit somebody wide open the whole full track.
So long as it's not Paul. Just remember.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good time. I know he's been working hard, man. He finally got away the other day and got a chance to go fishing with his kids and stuff, so that was good.
Yep.
But I know he's. I'll tell you what, his truck's a nice piece, man. I can't wait to see it again.
Well,
a nice job on it.
We certainly are looking forward to seeing you run up there. We're going to be talking with Robbie Layton in a little bit about his run. You know, last year's Team Thunderstruck won the Mad Dog Award. Now the award carrying their name in their honor after the performance they put on. He already told me that they're not coming out of the heat. They're going to leave everything on the track first time around.
They're trying to win their own award.
Yep. I got to believe they got a good chance doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, the power plant combination that they've got, they're putting down some serious horsepower.
Yep.
We'll get into that with them in a little bit, but trucks are certainly where Dano likes it. I got a bunch of runs out of that first Dodge, trying to get a couple more of them together so that Paul Cox can come out here and see what New York's all about at the Spring Fling in June. It's going to be a good time. Dan, by all means, wish you the best. That rolling start with 8,000 people staring down on you that are right next to the track in that Coliseum-like atmosphere. It's going to be like nothing you've ever been through, I'm sure.
That'll be fun. Well, I don't think it's going to be a rolling start. I think they might park us right in there a little bit differently for that, from what I'm hearing. But maybe I'm wrong. Might stagger, being that it's a team thing.
You got any input on that?
I'm no comment.
No comment. Okay. Is there something?
You guys might know more than I do, so that's probably the case.
I don't know. I've looked dumb before. I'll wear the hat well. Interesting. Now you got me wondering. You have to tip your hand a little bit after the show, so I know what's going on. What's changing? This is going to be interesting.
I will say this. Johnny sent me that when you guys had him on, was it last week or the week before there, he was messaged me and needed my address and stuff, and he's like, hey, we're going to have a parking area just for you. I'm like, oh, all right. And he's like, no, out on the track. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, boy.
I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, I'm pretty excited for you, Dano. I can't wait to see you out there and run, man. Really excited
Thanks,
for
buddy.
you.
I'm glad you guys will be out there. It'll be fun to have some people from home to share it with, you know?
Yep.
Well, you're bringing Gully. Gully said that he's coming along so that in the event you pass out, somebody will still be able to drive the truck.
Gully, man, he's gonna be in for he's pumped, man. He's like messaged me again. He's like, dude, a couple more days.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, this
it's gonna be good because Paul promotes too. He promotes a show there, yeah. And I was talking to Paul when I was out there about how things are so different here, and he's like, oh, it'll be fun to talk to Gully and give him some ideas and how we do things here. And I think Gully's really looking forward to talking to Johnny and them guys too. I think he wants, I mean, it'll never be like Utah here, but you know what? We could maybe use some of their ideas or something to advance it. And it'd be kind of neat.
They got some cool theories.
They got some unique perspective on it.
They got some cool theories on the way the builds are, and I think that would be a good migratory thing to bring back.
Yeah, wait till you get a chance to go through tech and see how those cars are put together. You'll learn stuff out there for sure.
Oh, I learned a ton when I was with Paul for a week, man. I'm like, man, this guy's probably the smartest guy I think I've ever met, man. The guy makes all his own parts. Yep. Doesn't buy any. He buys very, very little, and he's he's got an awesome shop, man. That's for sure.
Awesome. Well, Dano, man, is there anybody that you wanted to make mention of here before we let you go? I know you got stuff you got to get back to.
No, not really, man. Just keep digging, and we'll see you guys here in a few days.
Yep. We'll catch up with you out there for sure, and travel safe, and good luck this weekend if I don't talk to you before.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot.
See you later, Dan. There goes Dan Bolton, getting ready to fly out Thursday so that he can go run with Paul Cox.
Well, the key word is they're flying into Vegas.
Yeah. And they're getting
so they might be a little late getting to Paul's house.
Yeah.
They might have to hit the slots a little bit, maybe. Because Josh and I fly into Vegas, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good news.
And that's straight. And then, Phoenix. I don't know. I'll have to check my phone. But one time we fly into Vegas, the other time we fly into Phoenix.
Yeah, you're flying to pick up another flight back to Salt Lake, right?
Yeah.
They're flying into Vegas, getting off and driving, which
Right,
is
because he's actually 4 hours. He's 4 hours, a little over 4 hours
right.
on the track.
It's going to be one way or the other. They're gonna have to drive, so they might better make it worth it.
Yep.
They gonna raffle off seats in that rental car?
In what car?
The rental car?
The rental car.
Yeah, their rental car. Think about it.
Yeah.
Days of Thunder, that thing.
Yeah. I know.
We talked a little bit about spinning wheels. We talked about May Mania. There's all the information on it. May Mania is this Saturday, Golden Spike Arena in Ogden, Utah. 2-man team derby. They've added the 2-man truck heat. It's going to be an awesome show. Total purse, $42,500. $5,000 Mad Dog Award. And then they've got the engine cradle combination for second place overall.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat it. There's going to be 8,000 people there. They're going to be packed elbow to elbow for... This is the way to start our year. I'm excited about it. This is also our first venture into pay-per-view with Derby Nation, so we're excited about that. All the order links are out there. You can find it. Just go to derbynation.tv. You click on the order link. You got 3 different options in terms of stream speed. And we've got all sorts of Easter eggs to unveil for everybody when we get out there. So I'm really, really looking forward to the prospects of it. As long as all the mail comes this week, we won't have any problems. Midwest Smash Fest is coming up. And I should probably let everybody see that. If you want more information on May Mania, jump online, Stern Dirt Racing, sterndirtracing.com. Show everybody that, sterndirtracing.com right there. And Midwest Smash Fest, that one's coming up soon. It's going to be July the 15th, 2017 in Geneva, Nebraska. Fresh cars only, 2-man teams, $125,000 guaranteed purse. Pay out $20,000 for first place. Chad Bumgarner's in charge of that one. 402-759-2583, 402-759-2583. Second place, $15,000. Third place, $13,000. Fourth, $11,000. Fifth, $10,000. It's ridiculous. Jump online. If you just go to Google, punch in Midwest Smash Fest, it comes right up. It's got the funky Nebraska Figure 8.com page, but it'll transfer you over. It's easy to find. You get the rules, all the information that you're looking for. On that one, we're going to be out there and be part of that. We're also going to be part of this one. This one's coming up in a hurry, Saturday, June the 10th, 2017. It's the Mandan Team Derby. It's our first trip to this one. It's going to be on Derby Nation as well. We're going to pay-per-view that one. Ken Hoff's in charge of it, 701-391-6211. It's at Dakota Speedway on Long Spring Trail in Mandan. This is the show last year that Tanner Workoven, he ended up breaking his femur. They were hitting so hard at that one. So incredible. Good to see that he's made a full recovery. We bumped into him at Capital City Carnage. Nonetheless, this show is not going to disappoint by any measure. Dustin Anderson, I believe, has wrangled a truck, and Josh might be driving in the truck division out there in Mandan. So that'll be fun to see as that comes together. Bash for Cash, that one is coming up right around the corner as well. We're going to be there doing some sideline podcasting and things along those lines, working with Ed Brewster on the RC Derby. Thoughts and best wishes out to Russ as he continues going through his treatments too. I saw he had a little bit of a setback this weekend. So thoughts out to Russ Clark and Tim. Always good to catch up with those guys. Ross County Fairgrounds in Chillicothe, Ohio. Online, smashitdemo.com. It's going to be the 26th through the 28th at the fairgrounds. 80s and newer, turn back the clock, and compacts all paying in excess of $10,000 to win. Not the full purse, $10,000 per division just to win. Approaching 600 entries now, and you factor in the lawnmowers and the power wheels and everything. It's going to be packed. Weekend passes, it's only $75 for 3 days of Derby, and it is a marathon day of Derby on Saturday and Sunday. They go all day and then all night long. Kids are $30. The single day pass is $30. It's available only on Sunday. Smash It also going to be giving away a couple Baldwin engines at Blizzard Bash 2017. Compact drivers running there will be eligible with 5 tickets in for a Baldwin 3100, and all full-size drivers are going to be eligible with 5 tickets going in for a Baldwin 355. Blizzard Bash this year happening at the Kansas Expo Center under the direction of Smash It, with Ultimate Derby assisting November 9th to the 13th. Kansas Expo Center, Topeka, Kansas. Thursday, November the 10th is the opening rounds, 4 o'clock start time, national and qualifying, team round 1 on deck that night. Friday, November 11th, 9 o'clock start time with the RC Derby and the national and qualifying team round 2, and the youth division going off at 6 p.m. Saturday the 12th, 10 a.m. start time for the compacts, limited weld team round 1, and then 6 o'clock is the second half of that program. Power Wheels, all the Team B mains, the trucks, the youth, the bone stock. That's going to be a busy night, and there's going to be a lot of stuff torn up on that leg of the program. And then Championship Sunday comes around, national qualifying, limited weld and compact Team A mains on Sunday the 13th, 1 o'clock start. Jump online if you want more details, blizzardbash.com. So we got to get a hold of Brad Bowman here in a minute, and I know that dude is stoked. He cannot wait.
Dude, he gets so pumped up in the cars before he goes out. I mean, we watched him out in Kansas. I mean, he was about ready to jump right out the windshield when his theme music came out. You know? And
dancing, basically.
Yeah, I mean, these guys. I mean, I tell you, it's. They bring the energy. I mean, they're not the only two either. But I mean, that whole group, that whole Utah drivers and even surrounding areas that come to Derby and Utah, they bring the energy with them and they love to hit hard and it really, I mean, it's TV doesn't do justice. I mean, you got to be there live in person, you know, to actually see it.
Yeah, nothing compares to being there in person and hearing how those engines spool up, and because they have so much room to work with. How long is that track? 300?
I don't know. It's got to be 400 feet.
Yeah,
it's got to be.
I mean, it's
plus.
There's so much room to work with there, and there's no safer barriers. You know, the safety and foam retaining walls. That doesn't happen in Demolition Derby.
Well, yeah,
it's concrete.
Actually, he has his own version of Demolition Derby version. He has the Jersey barriers, and then the 1,600-pound straw bales in between that and the actual grandstand walls. So
that's just so they don't scuff up the Coliseum walls.
Pretty much.
This is the hay bales mostly for show.
Yeah, well, hay bales are hard.
They're very
solid.
hard.
They're not no puff balls.
Well, it turned a 20-foot Jersey barrier into a ramp when that car come up on our lap.
Yeah.
Brad Bowman joining us here on the hotline. Brad, welcome.
Hey, thanks, guys.
You bet. So, are you as excited as I would guess that you might be?
Yeah, I haven't been real excited till this week, but now that the days are closing in, I'm starting to get pretty pumped up again. So are you going to take it a little bit easier than you did last year in the heat, so that you have something left for the feature, or what's the game plan? Well, honestly, that's kind of up in the air, kind of how heats are drawn. But the plan is that we're going to try to put a good move in that for the race for Mad Dog early. So as far as I'm concerned, if it takes junk in the car in the heat, that's what we're going to do.
Awesome.
I love to hear that.
You're throwing me some numbers about your engine combinations. I mean, it's insane. Which one do you have under the hood of your car?
So once again, I'll be running a 440. Got a little work done to it. Not a whole lot, but there's a little bit there for some derby pleasure. And then Robbie just got his back, just got it going again, and had it totally gone through and going. And his engine builder was telling him that back at Blizzard Bash, it was only running on 7 cylinders. One cylinder wasn't even fired the whole entire time.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Really?
They've got that pretty much worked out, and I think they've got the problem figured out. It was due to pretty much coil pack issues and not really internal engine, but he's got that thing